Namaste. Welcome back once again in this second series of sciatica. So, in the first series, we talk about the prevention of the sciatica or the sciatica pain. Now, we will deal with the how to cure the sciatica. Okay, so there are few postures to cure the sciatica. Let's start with the first posture, which is also good for the any back bone related issues, any spinal issues, any spinal injuries issue. Okay, first is your crocodile posture. So how we have to go in a crocodile posture? Coming to your abdomen, lying down on your abdomen, okay, legs hip width apart, your ankles on the mat, toes getting out, and your heels facing each other, heels coming each other. Interlock your fingers, put your thumb or your palms just in front of your nose, palms, interlocking your fingers, palms in front of your nose. You can put your chin on the mat or you can put your ear, whichever side, right or left side, on the mat. Relax here. This is a relaxing pose for your back. This is called Makar Asana or the crocodile posture. This is the first posture, good for your back. Rest here at least for 3 minutes. Then the second asana is the Jeshtika Asana. Okay, so in Jeshtika Asana, what you have to do, take your legs slightly closer to each other, okay, and interlocking your fingers, put your palm just behind your ears, okay. Here is also a vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is also here, okay. So with the help of your palm, your vagus nerve is also getting a smooth massage, a very warm massage. So it's also activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is good for relaxation. Okay. So legs hip width apart or slightly closer to each other. Your forehead on the mat. Okay. Your forehead on the mat. Interlocking your fingers, your palms going just behind your ears. Okay. If you want, you can slightly push that part which is behind your ears, or the bone which is behind your ears. Just relax it. Jeshtika Asana. Stay here for minimum 3 minutes. If you feel any discomfort, slowly come out from the posture and again go with the posture when you feel you are comfortable enough. Okay? Or when you feel that your body is now ready for going in the posture once again. Third is your Advaya Asana. The third asana is your Adva Asana. Okay? In Adva Asana, you have to just put your forehead on the mat and you have to take your hands extending forward. This is the Adva Asana. Good for your back. The variation of the Adva Asana is that you can use the pillows which is in your home. You can firstly use the two pillows together on each other and you have to place the bottom part of the pillow or the end part of the pillow towards your pelvic region. Okay, put it on your pelvic, just beneath your pelvic region, and relax. Make a fist or put your palms on each other and put your forehead on your both palms. Okay, putting your forehead on your back side of the palm. Relax here. If you want, you can extend your hand, putting your chin on the pillow. You can relax. Then after some time, you can take out the first pillow and relax on the last one. This is good for your back. It gives the natural curve to your lumbar region. Now the second or the next posture is, I'll show you the next posture. The next posture is called your Matsya Kida Asana, okay, which is also called the flapping fish posture. So how you have to go in this posture? Again, whichever side you feel a sciatica pain or whichever side you feel the back pain. Sometimes you feel pain towards the right side, sometimes you feel pain towards the left side. So whichever side, suppose if you have a pain on the right side, try to bend the right knee, try to take your right elbow towards your right thigh, taking your fingers coming closer to each other. Put your ear on your back side of the palm. Relax here. Relax the part which you feel more tense, more pain. Relax. Whichever part you feel pain, whichever part you feel the radiance or the radiating pain of the sciatica, you can turn to that side. Relax. This will definitely give relaxation to you. Again, if you feel any discomfort, come out from the posture, relax in any of the before mentioned or earlier mentioned posture, relax in that and again join with the posture, okay? Because sometimes every posture is not good for everyone, okay? Some posture is good for someone and other posture is good for other one. So you have to try which posture among these posture is good for your body, okay? Similarly you can go to the other side.
Now whenever you are coming back, go to the Shashank or Chari pose and then
sit down, okay? This is the Matsya Asana. So from Matsya Asana, you can go to the Sphinx posture, okay? Suppose you are in a Matsya Asana. From here, come to your abdomen. Again, extend your hand forward. Now bend your elbows, putting your palms near your chest or side of the chest. Make your chest off the mat. Be here. Exhale, slowly go down. So whenever you are going to the posture, you have to inhale and coming up and exhale, going down.
now if possible, slightly move your hand forward. Okay.
Then make your elbows straight. This is the Sphinx posture. Okay, you have to make your elbows straight. Or if you feel discomfort, you can slightly bend your elbows. No problem. This is the Sphinx posture. Straight. This is good for the sciatica. This is good for your back pain. And relax. So after this posture, you have to go in the Bhujangasana. Okay. Bhujangasana is that we have just I have just shown you the Bhujangasana before going to the your Sphinx posture.
So how you have to go to the Bhujangasana? Just putting your palms beside your chest.
And with inhale, take your chest off the mat. Your navel on the mat, shoulders rolling back and chest coming up. Stay here. Take your legs hip width apart, okay? Relax here. Keep on breathing. Stay here as long as possible. Focusing on your clavicular breathing, means collarbone breathing. And then exhale, relax.
Again go to the Ardha Asana. Now after Bhujangasana,
There is Ardha Shalabhasana.
so how to go in Ardha Shalabhasana?
Take your hands under your thighs, okay? Inhale, take your right leg up. Stay here, focus on your breath. Initially you can go with the 10 breathing. Exhale down, Inhale, left leg up. Focus on your breath. 10 counts. Exhale, down. This is the Ardha Bhujangasana. Now the next is your Saral Dhanur Asana. So how to go in a Saral Dhanur Asana? Bending your both the knees, catch your ankle, okay? Catch your ankle. Inhale, just take your chest slightly off the mat, okay? Your thighs are on the mat, okay? Remember, your thighs in Saral Bhujanga, your Saral Dhanur Asana will be on the mat. Your chest slightly off the mat. Or if it's difficult for you to take your chest up, you can put your chest on the mat and then catching your ankle, take your heels closer towards your buttocks. Stay. This is Saral Dhanurasana in the sequence to cure the sciatica. Now after this is your Purna Shalabhasana. So Purna Shalabhasana, hands under your thighs. Inhale, take your both legs up, chin on the mat. Stay here, focus on your breath. 10 counts. Exhale, relax. Then after, the last sequence in the posture is bending your both the knees. Catch your ankle. We will go in a Purna bow posture or the Dhanur Asana. Inhale this time, take your thighs off the mat, shoulders rolling back, chest off the mat. Stay here, focus on your breath. 10 counts. And exhale.
Relax, go in a Ardha Asana. Then slowly going to the child pose.
Sit down in a Vajrasana. How to go in a Vajrasana? You have to take your right toe on your left toe and put your hip bones on your heels. Okay, this is the thunderbolt posture, Vajrasana. So, if you are facing the sciatica pain, avoid sitting in a cross-leg posture, okay? Padmasana or Ardha Padmasana. Try to sit in a Vajrasana, okay? Because if you sit in this cross-leg posture, the nerve root which is getting pain will get more stimulated and will hurt you more. Sit down and down in a Vajrasana. So we have done with the asana series what we have to practice or what we should practice during the sciatica and the back pain, and how we have to sit down. No cross leg. This gives you the tension to the nerve root. Now we will do after the practicing, or one thing more, what you have to do, all these asanas you have to practice 5 times. Okay, means your Sphinx, your Bhujanga, your Ardha Shalabh, your Saral Dhanurasana, then your Purna Shalabh and your Dhanurasana. So this sequence you have to practice 5 times, then you have to relax in a Ardha Asana. Okay, remember this sequence. After that, when you complete with this sequence 5 times, sit in a Vajra Asana, or you can sit in a Vajra Asana in a very different way. If you have a knee issue, you can sit by putting again the pillows just near your perineum and sit like this. Okay, you can sit according to your comfort. Now thumbs and index finger together, putting on your thighs, shoulders rolling back, chest out. Again moving your pelvic slightly forward to give a natural curve to the lumbar region. Closing your eyes, focus on your breath. Now we will start with the Ajapa Japa meditation. So how we have to start? You have to take your focus towards the perineum region. The perineum region is between the anus and the genital organs. In the males and the females, it's near the cervix. So you have to focus on that region and feel that a white colored thread is stretching from the perineum or the cervix and is reaching from your back till your cervical region. Okay, is reaching from the perineum back, reaching towards your cervical, crossing your cervical, and there is a Agya Chakra. This is the Agya Chakra in the front. The back side of the Agya Chakra is here. So you have to focus on the back side. The white thread or the silver color thread extending from your perineum, reaching towards your Agya Chakra, back side. Okay. This you have to focus. Now, when you inhale, you have to take your awareness with the breathing up to the Agya Chakra. Okay, you have to take your awareness from the perineum to the Agya Chakra, or you can say Mooladhara Chakra to the Agya Chakra. With inhale, with awareness, with breath awareness, you are reaching there, and with exhale and breath awareness, you are coming back to the perineum region where there is a silver or a white colored thread. Okay, closing your eyes, inhaling, moving your awareness with the breath to the Agya Chakra. With exhale, moving your breath awareness back to the perineum, to the Mooladhara Chakra. Okay, this you have to practice for at least in the beginning for 3 minutes, and then you can increase the time limit according to your comfort, for as long as you can sit for a long time. Okay, so again I would suggest, if in between you face any problem, just discontinue in between, take some relax in any of the posture, in any of the relaxing posture, Shavasana, Ardha Shavasana, and then again join with the practice. Go very slowly, go very gently, be healthy, be safe. Thank you very much for seeing, for watching me. Keep on drop messages me if you feel any questioning about the today's session, and please subscribe our channel and give your comments. Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.